What's up, everybody? This is Kurt H. I'm Lazy Farmer. Yeah, I know the time says I got about a minute 30 left to go, but I'm actually ready ahead of time here. So we're gonna kick the fire, light the tires, inflate the tires, stop the fire. I don't know. It's Saturday morning. I'm not even awake yet. No coffee, just some water and my normal morning stuff. Speaking of water, I'm going to go grab some more here before we get jumping in. I'm going to go ahead and get the main screen up. And oh my gosh, I did a lot off camera. So let's go ahead and get this continued as we get into Satisfactory. I believe this is episode 6 that we're working on today. Quite a bit. Quite a bit. I said I was going to do some clear cutting off camera. I did that. I was going to build some factory components, and I ended up going crazy. So what I did do, you can see it right there. Um, oops, hit the mouse for a little bit of thing. So yeah, look at all the screws that I'm producing. I built this tower right here so I can get a bird's eye view of what we got doing. I did move the space elevator. I believe I said that in the last one. I did raise the platform up. That's all I really did. Stuck it out a little bit more, raised the platform up, and then put the space elevator back. So nothing out of the ordinary there. What I ended up doing was following the Satisfactory modeler. So let me get that for you here. Um, All right, so I'm going to pull it over to this screen because last episode I kept this thing up in front of you guys and you couldn't see what I was doing. So I'm going to move it to another screen over here. And all right, and of course I'm on a different monitor, so I've got to go move this over here. All right, so made it nice and big. Hopefully you guys can see that clearly. But what I'm focusing on is I focused on doing pretty much what you see here, except for the bottom down here. That is what I might work on today and moving it on to getting it moved onto platforms. But I will look to see if I've got enough constructors going because it says I am getting 30 chunks of limestone, 30 chunks going to one smelter, and that is giving me 0.67. So in order, we will look at that to see what's sufficient there. I think I need to build 2 more smelters to get the 1-for-1 and the efficient power for that, so we can get more concrete. Because quite frankly, I just don't feel like we're producing enough. So what I did work on was this bottom portion right here and this middle portion right here. So basically I have 3 miners going. One produces 60 chunks of ore. We've got 2 that are producing 30, so that equals 60 going into 2 smelters. This one is splitting and going into 2 smelters. You can see because the smelters do 30. So that's their rate. So I need to split into 2 here. So we have 4 smelters going. And coming with the ingots that are coming out at 30 ingots, we're going into 4 constructors. And from 4 constructors, we are splitting out into 6 constructors, so 4 constructors making rods, into 6 constructors making screws, and then the screws are going through a container into an assembler, and the assembler is um, making reinforced plates. So then those reinforced plates right now are going into, let me get this out of your guys' way. There we go. So those basically, this is the assembler making the reinforced plates, and right now the reinforced plates are just going into this container. I think at this point here, I'm going to need to go up a level because I was planning, like I said in earlier episodes, I was planning out building that way. So, and I can still do that. So, but I think we got to do some other things too before I get into that kind of construction. I want to get the awesome sink going, which I think I'm going to do it in that open grassy area over there, which is going to be, I got to build the awesome sink with a container and a small belt going into it. The idea is we throw whatever we need, whatever we have extra of, we're going to throw in the container to start, and then the container will feed the awesome sink, and then we'll get tickets, and we can start buying extra stuff. And so, which means I also have to build the awesome store. So, and then before we do that, we are going to, whoops, I'm all over the place with my mouse today. I keep hitting it when I don't want to. So, with that being said, we need to complete the milestone. So that's going to be the first thing. I got a little check-off sheet right here. So we're going to complete milestone tier 2, milestone 5 is what we're going to build. We're going to complete that, make sure that is launched, and then we're going to build the awesome sink and the awesome store. And we've got smart plates already. I have a note here, start production of smart plates. Well, I was getting all the resources to build it for you guys, but I'm doing these little 1-hour episodes saying honestly it took me about 4 hours to build everything. So that being said, we're gonna get started on building. We may not finish the completion of the next phase, which we need to build rotors. But I want to get the awesome sink going because there's a key piece, and if we get this, then I can go ahead, and I think what I'll do is I'll expand the cement first before I go anywhere else. So we've got some things I want to take down. So we're going to jump. I don't want to jump down because I don't have the blades yet. Now you will. It's kind of odd, but anyway. All right, I got it. So let's go. I just saw something over here. These aren't really being used for anything. I was more or less letting them clear out. This is where we got lots of screws. What's my inventory look like? My inventory is pretty full. So actually I got some things I'm going to put away. I want to empty my inventory. Let's see, smart plates can go in there. I don't have much of that. I've got lots of iron ore. Let me see, what can I do with that? Can I put it in a smelter? Will it let me? Smelter's already full, so I'm thinking both these smelters are already full, and I might be able to drop that in there. So 66, so at least I can get the miner to kick it out and it'll work through. Other than that, I can drop it into the waste bin and get rid of it. When I build the awesome sink, I can drop it in the awesome sink, but honestly, you're not going to get very much. I would rather... Now this is making... Yeah, these are making rods. This is going to come to a stop because that container is full. So that's actually my next plan, is to make rods. And I can I'll make rods first, bring those up, and then I can split off of the screw line right here. Is this even filling up? Yeah, it's not filling up. So I can either come out, well, that's a merger. Split the line here, which means I'll split it maybe half as many going to this constructor, but then I can bring the line over and come on in somewhere over in here. But I'll need to make sure that I have room, and I'll put decks down and start expanding in that direction. That's my plan in my head. So, and then eventually this will need to be expanded, which is what I might work on today, and we'll get rid of this. I want to continue emptying I mean, I could do this. I can just take all, fill up, and do some runs. And we can tear it. Then once we get that torn down, the other thing I can do is I can just go craft something with the ore, turn it into ingots. All right, and let's go put this into here. I'm watching this last one here. It's not even fluctuating. It's not even going up, going down. So basically right now, the screws are going in as fast as they're going out into this particular constructor. And like I was saying, it's going to be, I'll be splitting this line off. But I think in the modeler, I believe, I'm going to pull it up here, I do have a line. So basically, let me pull this back over and I'll show you guys what I'm thinking of doing. Using the modeler, it's going to come off of a node that produces 60 going into 2, it says 1.25, go into 2 smelters, and then from there it's going to go into 3 constructors, it says 2.5, but go into 3 constructors, and from there I'm going to have 2 constructors making rods, 1 constructor making screws, and that the output of those screws will tie into what I'm going to basically going to merge it into to offset. My plan is to actually merge it, because that's actually I'm going into 2 constructors making screws, and then from there the screws are going to be going into an assembler to make rotors, and then we'll need another assembler. Actually, I need another 2 assemblers to make rotors, and actually I just realized most have 2 assemblers. Oh God, 2 assemblers over here making plates. So yeah, we're gonna have to go maybe do what we can in this space here, also going in that direction, but we're also going to have to go up because we're going to run out of room here. And like I was saying before, I mean, you're going to tear it down, put it back up, tear it down, put it back up. You gotta go look, because I think I'm supposed to, I do have 2 constructors. This one's making plates, but these plates are full. So I could actually, I'm going to grab a stack out of here. Oh, I'm going to put the stack back. I have 183 sitting right there. So I can take that stack and put it into there. Fill that up. Okay. So anyway, that'll keep that going. I think I gotta look at my plan. I think I'm supposed to have 2 of those going to make plates. You know what, dude? Stop walking through my factory. Alright, so let's go take a look at our first objective, which is I need 50 plates to get the milestone done. This is for tier 2 logistics. So how many plates do I have in here? Got 100. I'm going to split that, take a stack of 50. Alright, and then I need 200. Alright, so we'll take that, and we're gonna go, I'll take 250, and that was for the concrete. I need 300 rods and 300 plates. So actually I'm back to the plates again. I will take a stack of 200. I want to take a stack of, split that, and where'd it go? 200, oh there it is. Alright, so I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to put this into there. There we go. That'll help empty out my inventory. So I've got my 300. 300 plates. I need 300 rods, 200 cement, and 50 reinforced plates. So I need to go come over here and get my 300 rods. All right. Ooh. Yeah, 300 rods. Okay. So now we can go ahead and complete that milestone. All right. So this will give us now Logistics Mark II.
Milestone reached. Fix-It would like to remind you of your contractual obligation towards efficiency. Recreational use of belts and lifts does not count towards work hours and will put you on the list. Stay efficient, don't disappoint. Fix-It.
All right. So over here on the right-hand side, I don't know if you guys can read that. It's kind of small. I did make it small just to conserve space on the screen. But I need 6 iron plates in order to be able to make a Mark I lift. So 6 iron plates, pretty easy, simple resource. But here, excuse me, if I want to go into logistics and go to Mark II, instead of 2 iron plates, now I need 2 reinforced iron plates, which means I got to use iron plates and screws to make those. That's kind of what I was talking about in a previous episode about being, the tier 2 and then the tier 4 being more resource heavy. Tier 3 we start getting into, and after we complete phase 1, we start getting into iron production, and which means we need coal to mix with the iron ore in a foundry to produce steel. I said iron production, I mean steel production. And once we get steel, we can start making steel beams and steel pipes. And we need the steel beams in order to use Mark III. And that's just simple. That's very simple. We're just combining 2 resources into one to make steel beams, and that's almost a 1-for-1 as well. And well, if you try to go to Mark IV, then we start involving other steel products and other products as well. So it's just better focus on tier 1. Once tier 1 is done, you get past tier 2, go to start getting the tier 3, and then just use tier 3. Save your resources. If you don't like how slow everything's moving under tier 1, like these tier 1 belts here in front of us, hey, you know what? You can go ahead and use those plates, but honestly, you'll need them someplace else. All right, so let's pick our next milestone. So the last one we need to do is jump pads. And if we complete jump pads, well, I'm never going to use them. I tried using them and unsuccessfully, be honest with you, and there's other ways to get around. We can't even get into tier 3 anyway until we unlock phase 1 or finish phase 1. So jump pads might be something we will do with near end game. Just to be the completionist, I'm not going to worry about. I'm going to focus on construction. All right, so the next piece that I need to do, as I was going to say, we're going to build the awesome shop and the awesome sink, and we're going to also connect those to one container. Actually, I need to edit my list here. Actually, no, that's right. I need to just have belts. I need belts too. So in order to build those, oops. I don't know why it keeps collapsing like that. All right, so in order to build those, I need 10 iron rods. So we're going to go get some iron rods. I need some reinforced plates, 15 of those. So I will take, I could have just taken the 16. I'll just grab those. All right, And we'll go around and get some rods. We don't need any concrete, so I do need some screws. Split that in half. Iron rods, I only need 10. Oh, and then I need some plates. I gotta take a whole stack, I can't split. Alright, I'll just take the whole stack, and we need some iron rods. And then I was complaining about the iron ore, I could have just crafted it, but I'll take it since I'm making it. Alright, there we go. And now we're gonna make, I was gonna drop the awesome sink over in this grassy area. Kind of questioning if I want to. Well, once again, if it's in the way, I can always move it. Oh. Berries are back again already. I think that might be kind of an exploit, actually. You might be able to sign out, log back in, and have the berries back, because I picked those last night just before I signed out. So, go grab some more of these pale berries. Oh, and I built my floor around with keeping some pale berries exposed and some of the nuts exposed as well too, so I would always have access to those. Alright, awesome sink. We're going to drop it just anywhere just to get it in place. It does need power. So we're going to drop that there. I'm going to drop that right there. And then I need the container. That's not going to give me a clue. There we go. Alright, and let's get some power to it. What is this stuff? This isn't even... Oh, I was going to say that's not even connected. What is this? Is this even running? Can I get rid of it? What was this making? Oh, that's right. This was... Okay, it's not running because I'm still making solid biofuel. So, alright, which is... I had to remind myself what it was and how we're looking on that. That'll help. Get that out. This one is leaf. So I will put some the leaf matter that I had left in here, which means that the other one over here was wood, which is on the belt. There we go. And I got lots of solid biofuel in my inventory. Okay. Oh, power. So I think that one's full, but that one's not. Come into here, come into there, that one there. Okay. So, now that one's powered up. All we need to do, now remember I was talking about the bio mass. Oh, more berries. Berries everywhere. Berries are good. Alright, so we go into the box, and I was talking about these here, the alien DNA capsules. And I don't think I have any that I need to make, although I do have more Caterium. Actually, I need to pull the Caterium out because I can do another research piece. Okay, let's go ahead and do that real quick. And, alright.
Research completed. Caterium ingot recipe unlocked. New Caterium research available.
Alright, so now that allows me to hopefully try to locate Caterium. And let's see. Sulfur, quartz, Caterium. Okay. So I can do a scan for Caterium. Depending on the response, tells me how. No, it's not too far away. 553 meters, 543 meters in that direction, and then the next one's a little bit farther out, almost double the space. So not that far away. So we can go ahead and look at maybe exploiting that node if that's not too hard to get to. So, all right. So the awesome shop, or the awesome sink, has been built. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into, now I can probably just put them into, no I can't actually. I do have to put them into here. I thought I could. So, alright, so, lever I'm going to move in. One coupon, and you can see it. And this will incrementally go up. So I'm up to 5 coupons already, 6 coupons. So that's why we saved all the remains we got from the creatures that we killed, converted them into alien food trays, for lack of a better description, and then converted those into DNA capsules, because at the beginning you get a lot of coupons. To get the coupons, you just click the button and grab the coupon and put it there. You can unlock a, I saw somebody on a stream, they put a ticket into the sink and it unlocks like a hidden prize, but then he couldn't find the prize. It did say, Ada did say that the prize would be in the awesome store. So let's build the awesome store. And let's see, we're going to do, I want special. And with the awesome shop, we'll just drop that there. It doesn't need to be any place special. All right. And we have 7 tickets. And what I want to do is not foundations. Management. Yes, I want conveyor lifts. I want the lift holes. And I also want the ones that go through the walls. Ceiling mount, that's 3. Wall mount is, okay, 4. We haven't unlocked crystal oscillators yet, so we can't get that one. And I don't want to spend all 7. And I don't really need the wall outlets right now. Alright, so that's that. Organization. Nothing I can, well, I've got my boxes down here. Yeah, I'm looking, just looking. Equipment. I can get myself a coffee cup. Why not? Let's get myself a coffee. I need coffee. Alright, so then you just go and just like everything else, go to shopping cart and click buy all.
Official Fix-It coffee cup unlocked. Do not purchase unauthorized Fix-It coffee cups. They have been known to explode and attract wasps. Unauthorized Fix-It coffee cups lower your attractiveness to your preferred gender and/or your sense of well-being if you have no gender attraction or preference. Official Fix-It products can be licensed for your use from official Awesome Shop installations only. Come to the best shop on the planet for the best deals on all official Fix-It supplies, guaranteed.
It's the only deal on the planet. I like that. Alright. So what I can then do, we're going to take it, we got the purchase, we got to take it out of there and put it in, because I got caught on a previous version. I purchased them, I couldn't find it, and that's because I left it here in my cart. Alright. So, and I can't realize too, I'm going to go have to do a hunt and see if we can't locate a drop pod or a crash drop pod. We got to start getting hard drives and getting alternate recipes. So, but I want to fix this tier 1 or phase 1. So, get it into the space elevator. So, let me show you. I want to do this. I am going to do this. I'm going to go drop a ticket in. I just want to see what happens. So let me go inventory, split the ticket. Okay. And then I'm just going to take a ticket and drop it in. There it goes. Let's see what happens.
Fixit sees what you did there. How creative. I have also been creative. There is something extra special for you in the awesome shop. It is a marvel of technology. It is truly the shape of the future. I will be sad if you do not use it and love it, and tell any friends you make in the future all about it.
Okay, let's go back to the awesome shop and see what kind of stupidity we got. I think I know what it is. All right, so it's not in the cups. I think it's this. We didn't look at this page, but I think it's this. Um, and I think this is new. I believe, or maybe I don't think update 1.2. I don't think that's out yet. I have to go take a look. I think I'm still, as I launched, I think it was still 1.1, which means that 1.1 I had this. I think this is the new thing right here. If it's not this, it's this. Because before, all we had was just a factory cart. So I think it's this. So with 20 tickets, we can buy a cyber wagon. But we'll look through everything else just to see that was all the same. Organization, that had stayed the same. This is all stuff we cannot access yet, except for these paint schemes right here. We can start adding, getting new. We got new foundations we can buy as we get tickets. Um, get different kinds of walls. We can get glass walls, um, steel frame windows, windowed walls, things like that. But we have to unlock MAM. We have to unlock silica in the MAM, and we have to basic steel production before we can go start buying those. Architecture wise, oh, I should have bought the ladder. I needed the ladder. Okay, well, we'll go find some more stuff and we'll get some more tickets. Um, and ventilation bundle. I'm not sure what that if that does anything or if it's just something you can put in because a lot of this is um, for aesthetic, making your factories look aesthetically pleasing. And if you're low on any resources, you can buy them here. But if you build your factories correctly and plentifully, you should never have to use your tickets to buy this stuff. That's my personal belief. So, but in a pinch, yeah, that could come to help. All right, so let's see. Let's look at the checklist here. We did Tier 2, Milestone 5. We don't have a milestone going right now because now we're going to focus on building those smart plates to unlock and get to phase 1 or get through phase 1 of the space elevator. Build awesome sink store. We did that and the awesome sink. So we'll start production on smart plates. I did that off camera, and yeah, I apologize. So let's do. Whoops! I'm all over the place. All right, I want to. Do I want to work on? You know what? I want to work on the. I need the. Did I close it out? I did close it out. I closed out modeler. Alright, so the quickest one that I could do in the time we have left is cement. I actually, you know what? The cement one, I think that's about as efficient as we can get it, unless I will. What do I need to focus on here? Power slugs. I need one slug to make one container, and I got everything else. So, do I have a slug? I think I do. I have a slug right there. Okay. So we're going to make a container. There it is, 1 power shard. Alright, that's made, and then I can go ahead and this will unlock, under power slugs, unlock overclocking.
Overclocking development completed. Power shards can now be inserted into all buildings to increase input and output speed. Underclocking is also possible. Note: power
I can go get
consumption of
some
overclocked
screws and
buildings
unlock
increases
slug scanning,
exponentially.
and I can put that in there. I can go scan for slugs too. Alright, let's... Now, what we're talking about overclocking or underclocking is now this area. If you remember before, in the last episode, I was hovering over here. This is locked. It had a locked panel on it like this did. So now, if I make those power shards, I can drop them in here and I can boost the power up to 250% and it'll crank out more stuff. Okay, whatever I wanted to construct. And this works on all the machines, I believe. Yeah, even here too, this does 30 per minute. I can boost it up with 2 power shards, boost it and turn this into a 60 per minute mine. It'll use more electricity, but then I can, but I can also slow this one down. 15 per minute. We're getting 45 limestone, so we can drop this down by a third. Let's see, so I can make it a 1-for-1, and that will use less power. So let's see, what do I want to do? So 15 divided by 45, 0.333, I knew that. Okay, so I can do 0.333. So 0.45 per minute. We now do it slowed down, so we'll see how that's not right. I think I'm supposed to do 33%. I'm an idiot. 33.3. I forgot my basic math skills. You got to move the decimal point over. So 33.3%. Okay, so we're going to be making, it'll slow it down based upon what we have coming in. From here, so basically it's running more efficiently, using less electricity to do the same amount of work it was already doing. And it's running at a constant rate, and as opposed to running, stopping, and if we get all of our machines to run that way, this black line, which is the production line, which shows where our machines are operating, if they are all operating consistently and efficiently, then this line will still have some fluctuations in it, but will be almost flat, like the blue line here, or our gray line up here at the top. So, alright, so that is, but now I think I want to do is tear this all apart. And in the case of, if I go find slugs. Alright, so I want to do some slug scanning. Go find some slugs and put some power shards in there and make this thing run 100% faster. So we're getting 60 per minute. Actually, what do I need? This will take 45 to produce 1, and that's how. So I think all I really need to do is go up 1 power shard. There was a slug. Where did I see a slug? Let's see what happens. there's one right over there. Let's see. First of all, coffee. Yep, gotta have the coffee. All right, let's get that out because I'm pretty sure every time I come up here, because of that power slug has not been captured, there's usually a beast. But then I've been clear cutting up in this area, and I think he might be gone. Nope, there he is. He keeps coming back because of that power. And then we can use his remains and turn that into biofuel, or that, you know what I mean, the DNA capsule. And while I'm here, I'm going to capture as much of this stuff. Because even though we're not going through it as fast, we still need to use this stuff to produce the solid biofuel. And I do remember I'm going to go up and go get the power slug. That wood? Yeah, it is. For some reason, wood's a little tricky. If you look right at it, it doesn't highlight to where you can pick it up. But if I use the chainsaw, it will pick it up. And it's as long as the chainsaw is in area mode. Ooh, I took that tree too. Nice. What's over here? Oh, that's just the sky. That color of the sky over there looked like it might have been a power slug sitting there, so it caught my attention. Alright, how do I want to try to get up this? And do it rapidly, because that thing will start to stand up, and then because it'll get agitated. It's like it's standing up right now because I'm here, but it's going to sit back down again. Oh, there's a power slug off in the distance there. Alright, let's do... Oh, I don't have cement. Dang it! I'm a loser. How can I forget cement? So this I'll need to finish clear cutting this up here, because I will expand over here in and around the boulders and everything. I will expand in this direction. Oh, there's one right there too. I got two power slugs in the area. This one might be... I think I'll go for this one instead. Okay, I need to get cement. Either way, I need to get cement. Oh, okay. Yes, there is one. So there's one over there, there's one there, and there's one right here. Alright, let's try. Actually, and that's why I hate those things, because I want to build right there and it's in the way. And now he's stuck for some reason too. Why do I mean, I know I can kill him. Just with this one, it just takes a long time. I need to get the bigger Xeno Zapper. Yeah, he's stuck. I hate when they get bugged out like that. Alright, let's see. I want to do... Yeah, so the creature's in the way. Ah, there we go. Yeah, it's going to make me slide down. Whoops. Oh, now it moved. Or the... Oh, I guess the game reset it because it was stuck. Finally, good. There's 3 of them there. They're irritating. Okay, so let's go. I'm gonna make 1 power shard and see what that does. I'm experimenting. And then if it does what I want it to do, which actually will increase output, which means I can get concrete faster, then scroll down. First of all, oh, that was a big one. Oh, that was the other thing too. Last night I ran into an alpha hog. Yeah, I almost died. I admit it. I ran. Alright, let's see. We're going to put this, where to go, right side there. We're going to drop that into there. We're going to bring this up to 150, which is 45 per minute. Perfect. Which we're going to go ahead and make this 100%. Because that's going to kick in here. That's 45 per minute, which then gives us 15 per minute. So this is between the miner and the constructor. We are now running efficiently. A little bit. This is the new area right here. It's a little bit better. You can see we got a little bit of a fluctuation here as it did increase because we did run that power shard and overclock our miner. So at which point, now that I know that that works, we're going to change it. So I'm going to shut it down. I'm going to deconstruct it. Here we go. Actually, I meant to do something. I want to check something here real quick. Caught my attention. Oops. Alright, we have an unlock. We gotta go get another. We will have to go get another power slug. I can do that off camera as I'm finishing clear cutting that little knoll over there and get that one that's on top that I was originally going to go for. Let's get back to this. We're going to deconstruct this real quick. Alright, so these resources have not gone to waste. They are going to be used. I don't want to deconstruct anything else, but I do want to... Oops, I need the zoop. R, go into zoop mode. Let's go one more that way. And go that way. You know what? I want to come down here. So it's not a big deal to cover the node because we can still, in production, we can still drop the miner. And you can see it will lock to above the node. So that's okay. And now we're going to go out, and then this will allow us to basically build. Now I can either go this way, or I can go, you know what, I'm going to do something kind of, I'm going to go this way. This is going to be unusual. So I want to do one constructor. We want orange in. Yes, I'm going to put it right alongside. And straight. There you go. We'll go in that way. It'll just come out, go right in next to it. And we're going to do the same thing over here and make this nice compact. There we go. And you can see the little white zones right there. I'm going to go H and see if I can half step it. Yep, I can half step it. Half step it. Now it's in line. Even though it's clipping, most people don't like the clipping, so I will get rid of it. But you can do that. As long as the container, or the item or whatever it is you're trying to drop is blue, it will work. But we're going to move it over. And let's go ahead and H, half step, and a half step. Let's see, are we clipping? No. We're not clipping that. And over here, we're right along the edge. This will work. We're going to drop it. Invalid conveyor shape. There we go. So we'll do a curve or we do default. Let's do default. Keeps it nice and tight. So now we got a very nice, tight, compact little cement production area here. Speaking of cement, I can run up here. I'm going to go ahead and drop my cement in. I'm going to come in here, tell it to make, I want to make cement, and I've got some limestone that I'm going to drop in there. And before we turn these things on, I got some more limestone. Didn't I see it? Yes, I did, right there. I'm going to drop that into there. So it's producing right now. It's going to, because it's, even though it's not running, you can see it, it's coming out and it's going in. All right, so Now we just got to get power to it. So we're going to keep this nice and compact, actually. Let's climb up the ladder. And I'm going to put a power pole. I'm missing cement. Ah, I need cement. I don't need a lot. I'll take a stack of 50. Okay, yellow just because blue means I'm not clipping anything. Yellow is, yeah, you can kind of put it there, just be careful. And then red just means no. So I'm going to go blue though, and then we're going to do power to there, power to this one, and I need a power pole to tie into. Let me find a power pole. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go into this one. Oh, that's all dead. When I killed this, I killed all this. Okay, so I need another power pole. We'll go into this one. Alright, so I got that going. Everything over here is green lit. Everything's back up and running. Alright, sweet. So I need to go put the power shard back into this because the power shard came out when, and I'm going to run this up to 150%. So there we go. Alright, so that's 45 chunks of ore per minute coming out of the miner, going into the constructor at 45 chunks per minute, which produces 15. So we should actually see a slight increase in cement production. And we'll just leave that nice compact little cement factory right there. All right, so recap, we're right at the 1 hour mark. Wow, that was good. So recap is we completed, I showed what I did off camera. And I said I was going to start building the base, and I did a little more than I wanted to, but it took a long time to do it. Anyway, so we've got smart plates being built. I did that off camera between episodes 5 and this episode, episode 6. I'm going to do the same thing following what I showed you earlier in the Satisfactory Modeler, which, by the way, and I'll remind everybody, Satisfactory Modeler is a free download on Steam. If you're playing Satisfactory, grab that Satisfactory Modeler. You can also use Satisfactory Tools, which is a website. Just do a search for Satisfactory Tools, and you will locate what some of the tools two of the tools that I'm using, but primarily I use Satisfactory Modeler. All right, so smart plates are in production. We've got cement being nice tight new factory sitting on foundation, right over there. Nice tight little area, so it's making cement. I kept it going that way because I want to keep this here, and I think I'm going to start building out my foundation this way because I need this production over here. Yeah, this is normal, so this is 60 chunks of iron ore a minute going into a smelter, which is 30. So I need 2 smelters so I can have 60 ingots per minute, and then going into a constructor which does 15. So it's just basically I need to build this factory up over here. It's going to be making rods, and it's also going to be making more screws, which those screws are going to be going into the rods, and screws will be going into an assembler to produce rotors. Rotors will then be going into another assembler, which will probably be the top floor. That's why I'm thinking about going up. So we'll go into another assembler. These smart plates will, or not smart plates, Reinforced plates will be going in with the rotors to make smart plates, and then we will, by having an upper deck, we'll be going into, I'll have a belt going into the um, space elevator to load those, start sending as they're produced, just sending them right to the space elevator. Phase 1 needs smart plates, and I believe Phase 2 needs smart plates. So this will be a production that will be going for quite some time. And then I think after Phase 2, if memory serves me, I don't think they need smart plates anymore. So that would be a factory that we can probably scale back, store them for in a container for further use. And I'm thinking that once the container is full, I don't recall them being used for anything else, but I could be wrong. So, but sometimes, you build your factory up and then you get to a point where you got to scale it back. So, anyway, that's something I will work on off stream, off recording. Do the same thing, clear cut that knoll first, and get some more slugs, and then I'm going to go explore that cave too, because the one of the caves, there's a cave over here and there's a cave over there that I need to explore. One of them had um, some fungus in it, some mycelium that I need to cut down, because that'll start a whole new branch of research. So anyway, this is the transition, episode 6. Some stuff will be done on the episode, some stuff will be done between episodes. Anyway, I will catch you guys on the next one. Uh, Probably won't be doing another recording. Well, not doing another recording today. I will probably do one more tomorrow, and then um, once we go back to work on Monday, today is Saturday, we go back to work on Monday, it will probably be one recording every other day, something like that, depending on how life works or if I have to work extra hours. So anyway, so it was been a pleasure again. My name is Kurt H. I'm the Lazy Farmer. Go ahead, and I also do flight simulator. I do train simulators. Um, Primarily run 8, which is where I'm going to go to next today. So I will catch you guys later. Have a good rest of your day.